Who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support and, of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
In sports, it's all about pushing your limits, giving it your all. Sometimes, the key to winning is knowing when to pause. It's not just about performance, it's about taking a moment, finding your rhythm. Taking time for myself, connecting mind and body, and finding my inner strength.
Pause is power.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker.
Much quicker.
And you need to make sure. I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Just bet.
We're always innovating to keep you always moving forward.
The world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
Balloons up. 3, 2, 1.
Powell tiptoes forward, steps up, scores. Destiny Powell. Which checks now, go for a strike. Jamaica Women's Premier League champions. Tracy Smith. A new dawn in Jamaica women's football, and the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!
Welcome to the second city. We're in Montego Bay and we're here at Jarrett Park. For some it was a forgotten place, but with the advent of Hurricane Melissa, it's back to the premier venue for football in Western Jamaica. It's Real Montego Bay up against Springers. It's a Montego Bay derby, and if football is anything to go by in this place, a derby in Montego Bay is always an exciting thing. So we're looking forward to an exciting matchup. I mean, it doesn't matter where they sit in a table. It's early days nonetheless, but a derby in Montego Bay, it's always going to be an exciting feature. We're looking forward to a great game today, and like I said, the field pretty much in pristine condition because Montego Bay United, they're using this venue, as I said, because of Melissa. This has become a premier showcase. It's back in the main back in focus now and getting a lot of attention. So getting ready for a big showdown here today. As you can see, the drone shots here showing this iconic venue, lots of history packed in Jarrett Park where football is concerned. Yes, there's the remnant of the cricket pitch in the middle of it. I mean, not much cricket played here in recent times, but still, yes, there is some Montego Bay Cricket Club still is their home here at Jarrett Park. But for today, it's all about these ladies. It's the Jamaica Women's Premier League right in focus here. Real Montego Bay up against Springers SC. Says we see the teams walking out to the FIFA anthem. It's only fitting, it's my first time really covering women's football. It's football nonetheless, and football has one language, whether it's male or female. I mean, tactics and all of that are the same, and I guess, we've seen on the international stage the excitement where women football is concerned. And for Jamaica, they are the most successful national team that we have in terms of going to multiple World Cups. We will at this time pause for the playing of the national anthem. So we're having the introduction of the team by the stadium announcer. If I may as well. So just going through the pleasantries at the moment, captain of Springers United, just introducing the players. Christina Hudson leading the greetings, chairman of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. My good friend Lee Crawford, coach of the women's under-20. So these girls have added incentive to perform well today because the national coach is in the house and will be having a keen eye for fresh talents to be brought into the national setup. And I suspect a lot of these ladies he would have known, being a Montego Bay derby. We pause for the playing of the national anthem after the greeting would have been completed. So here we pause for the playing of the national anthem. So yes, we are getting ready for this Montego Bay derby, and we're looking at these two teams. Well, Montego Bay in their zone, just one match played so far. Springers, they did win their opening match, and as such, they are on 3 points, second in the table, join on same points as Fraser's Whip, who is leading this table, and Federal United, who's also on 3 points. Real Montego Bay, they are in fifth position in this zone of 6 teams, losing their first game a goal to nil. So early days yet, but you have, as would have it in this Group B matchup, it is second versus fifth. I tell you what, with a derby, the position in the table really doesn't matter when it comes on to derby. You always throw the form book out the window, they say, and you just get ready to deal with what is at stake on the day. It's a lot. At times you get more passion and aggression more than quality. We hope we get all of that today when we look at Real Montego Bay starting 11. Rihanna Walker in goal, Dale and Daly, the captain, Zanisha Williams, Shanoli Williams, Moya Thomas, and number 9, Brittany Gregory. And they are the team there that she'll be leading the line for them. And we'll get the starting lineup for Springers in a short while. The referees for the game today, Weatherburn is the referee, and we have Makana Phillips and Marianne Lawrence as the second and fourth officials today. So no surprise to have the official for the games, the female outnumbering the male. The male will be on center stage, yes, but it's the females who will flank the lines for sure. We'll look at Springers. Kithany Bagolo, she's in goal. Shaniki Morgan, the captain. Elika Grant in number 3, number 5, Samoy Miller, number 7, Kashara Bailey, number 9, Trishelle Thorpe, number 11, Tamoy Ivy. Those are the players, as you can see there. And consistently reminded that we are in the second city, that famous sign out by the airport, which welcomes all to Montego Bay. So we are almost set. Dane Clark is the match commissary. He is a native of the parish of Trelawney, someone I know quite well as in the field of football. But we're getting ready for this derby game. And like I said, it's second in Group B up against fifth. And in second position is Springers. Like I said, it's only but the second game of the competition, and Springers would have won their first one by a goal to nil. Real Montego Bay would have lost theirs by a goal to nil. Both these two teams last season didn't do as well as they would have wanted. So, I mean, they would certainly want to do much better this season. Springers would certainly want to continue on this winning way. Real Montego Bay certainly wants to register something on the points table. As we await the official whistle, I think here we're going to get a moment's silence. I think. So Well, the referee was just breaking the silence, but they're eager to get this one on the way. Springers, they thought it was the whistle to go ahead and start the game. As we told you, they won their first game over Mile Gully FC by a goal to nil. And Real Montego Bay would have lost to Federal United by a similar scoreline. So there we have the official start to this game. And it is Springers who get us on the way. And Springers, they'll be kicking from left to right on our screens. And they're fitted in full blue, while Real Montego Bay, they're in green jerseys and red shorts. So Springers, they wanna throw in deep in Real Montego Bay's, Real Mobay's half. And we're seeing here throwing to be taken by Woolery. Infringement there committed by Springers. It's Real Montego Bay who gets a chance to move this ball forward. They take it short. Oh, there's a mix-up there and creating a lot of problems for themselves. They did get a chance to go upfield. They look to play it short, but again, there's some mix-up. And again, we'll have Woolery with the throw-in. That's when he got to Thompson, and Thompson there just eased off it by Davis. Really tussled there, and Montego Bay, or Real Mobay, they come away with it, but Springers just clear that one upfield. It'll be a goal kick for Real Mobay. We have the coach, Marvin Peterkin. Peterkin, head coach for Real Mobay. Again, Springers just getting that ball forward, trying to create problems for Real Mobay, but they're calm in possession, just looking to build through the third here. Just need firmer passes there, but again, Mobay running into problems. It's number 8 for Springers has seen a lot of the ball. Thompson. But Mobay now, they're edging forward down this near touchline. It's Williams who will take this throw in. Well, she decided against that and she left it for Daylan Daly, who will get this throw in. Daly with the throw in here. Thought there was a lifting of the feet there, but the officials allowed that one to go. The team has really settled here, but you feel Real Mobay, they're the ones who are looking to just put some passes together. And certainly looking better than the team that would have lost the game, Paul Teagat Davis, in women's football. And he is the coach, I'm seeing here, coach for Springers. Springers United Sports Club, as a familiar face on the bench. So, good opportunity here for Real Mobay to create some problems for Springers. She goes for goal. Yeah, not a bad attempt there. I think that attempt came in from Daylan Daly. So, first warning there coming from Real Mobay. Springers looking to come out of their half. Ball going forward here, but good recovery there. Quick transition up the field here from Springers. They would have seen Real Mobay registering a shot towards goal. They'll be trying to use this opportunity deep in the half to create some problems. Real Mobay clearing their lines. And yeah, really looking to play through the thirds here. Not looking to just boot the ball upfield. Good attempt there, but that pass crossfield broke down. But again, good interception. Ball played down their right side. That was really asking a lot. It was really asking a lot of Chong. But she did pressure enough to win a throw-in. So Maxwell it is who takes the throw-in. Quick one. Looking to penetrate down that right side. They'll get a throw-in deeper in the Springers' half. Again, it is Maxwell who will take this one. Weighing her options up here. She throws it back to Williams. Williams looked to play it upfield. But Davis was not on that wavelength. Wow, it's Springers who seems to be at sea here. Just a lapse in concentration there. No one moved for the ball in their defensive third. But Real Mobay will come forward. Bundled off the ball here. But changing feet back and forth. It is Real Mobay who is on the prowl here. That's a lovely move. But the shot is a tame one. And that one was coming in from Gregory. Brittany Gregory there, who showed some skills in creating a little bit of space to get the shot off. Again, we're seeing better quality from Real Mobay. Springers unsure in their defensive third, and as it gets forward, just not having the support there for Shira Thompson. She's seen a lot of the ball, the number 8 for Springers. But just not able to string it together here. Ellis moving forward with some menace here. Ellis, but just stopping her tracks there. Good defending. Just narrowed and crowded out Ellis, but that was a good move from her. And then Ellis applying some pressure, allowing Thompson to get on the ball. But yeah, that's one of the best moves we've seen from Springers, and you feel if Springers are going to get anything or create problems in the final third, it's going to be through Thompson, the number 8, sporting a knee band on her right knee. Doesn't seem to be hampering her. Anything provided the right support for her. And again here, Real Mobay creating problems for themselves. In tennis, you'd call that unforced error. And we see a throw in here for Springers. Will we with the throw in? Portiga Davis, coach of Springers United, just getting some instructions in there to try and make this one cause some problems for Real Mobay. Booted out. They still have a throw in pretty much in the same position, and Woolery will try and get this one, see if she can get some purchase on this one. Short one into Thompson. Big challenge there, but kept it into. Good challenge, that one. So deemed by the referee, and Real Mobay will come forward through number 19, Clark. And Clark just driving forward through the heart of Springers, who was on the attack, so they would have been short in numbers in midfield and back, so it was a good move from her. Solange Clark, who penetrated here and won a free kick for Real Mobay. Closely marshal is Clark. And what will this be? Fairly high line held here by Springers. Just teasing ball inside, but easy clearance from the captain of Springers in Morgan. Yeah, I thought that was... Yeah, she's asking the question, thinking that was too easy. Maxwell felt that... I mean, she just used her frame. I don't think she did much. It is a contact sport, so some amount of contact is allowed, but deemed to have gone over the threshold by referee. And Real Mobay, they have a free kick. It's 11 minutes in this contest, still no goals, but probably the best attempt has come from Springers. Here they go forward on the far side. Still in possession is Springers. Good move. Good ball on the outside. I think that one was looking to find Maxwell. But good ball here. Good transitional play here from Real Mobay, but just too much on it. And it ran out of play here. So both teams have settled somewhat. We're beginning to see a pattern to their play. Real Mobay a lot of time looking to build through the thirds, but on occasions when they realize that the transition can be a good weapon, we see them moving quite quickly to penetrate this Springers team. Again, Thompson, a player who has caused most problems for Real Mobay, and the outlet that Springers have used more than any other. And we're looking here at Norma. That's Maxwell. Here is Springers through their number 17, Ellis. Dealt with really well, but in the end, Davis felt she did not have any option. Kimoya Davis just put it out for a throw-in and just give his defenders a chance to reorganize. The 12s we see coming up against each other. Maxwell, two Maxwells are in 12. Jordan Maxwell for Springers. Oh, good chance there for Springers. Not clearing their lines properly here, but no, they do. And coming away with it is the number 9, Gregory, for Real Mobay. Good ball played on the far side to Chong. Chong on it here. Chong looking to get past Bailey. Taken down by Bailey. Chong not pleased with that, but Bailey couldn't allow her to get past. And Real Mobay will have a chance to serve a ball into the box. And we're seeing here from Mobay, she seems to the free kick specialist in Dela and Daly. She did have a shot on goal. This time she goes again towards goal. Pretty much the same area that shot went to. Not getting that curling back is Daly, but now she's saying somebody should have attacked that one. But she's a captain for Real Mobay. Defending high up the park here, Real Mobay. These girls would know each other quite well. As I say, this is a Montego Bay derby. And that brings extra passion and extra determination. And we normally don't see the quality, but we have seen some quality from both teams. And here's Thompson, one of the players that have produced some of the quality for Springers. And we look, it's Maxwell on it. Maxwell looks to shoot. Intercepted just in time by Dale and Daly. Maxwell was looking for support, didn't see any, and decided why not have a shot. In the end, it was blocked. So, corner kick, is it? It's a throw-in. Yeah, it's a corner kick for Springers. Maxwell over this one. Ball inside from Maxwell. Not a bad one inside. Lovely goal. That seems to be the number 7. Kashara Bailey rather. Lovely ball inside from Maxwell. And Bailey was on hand to get that one inside. Rihanna Walker, no chance for that one. It was too close for her to react in time. Kashara Bailey here, who was quickest to react, was most alert in the box. We saw her earlier doing some good defensive work to stop an attack on the far side from Real Mobay. But she turned up on the set play to make it count. So it's 1-0 to Springers. 15-minute strike here. So unofficially in the 15 minutes. But that was a lovely delivery from Maxwell. And let me specify wish of the Maxwell. That was Jordan Maxwell. Here she's on it again, looking to get a ball inside, but didn't get to wrap her foot around it. But from the set play, it was a lovely delivery in the box. And Bailey was on hand to give that delivery what it certainly deserved. So a lot to do for Real Mobay here. They lost their opening contest by a goal to nil. They find themselves 1-0 behind here. And certainly would not want to be having 2 losses from 2 games. As we said last week, they went down to Federal United by a goal to nil. Where they're down a goal and they're looking for immediate reprieve here. But met by some stern resistance from Shanika Morgan for Springers United rather. Here we have the captain for Real Mobay. Lovely ball inside, not dealt with well by Springers, but they come away with it now. Intercepted there, and Springers again will get it back. And it's their number 17, Ellis, who is on it. Good cut inside from Ellis. Look to play that inside, but again met by Daly. And just going back and forth here. Goal scorer looking to press. But again, just back and forth. And it is the number 8 for Springers. Seen a lot of the ball, Thompson. Here she's on it again. One of their better players, you feel, because she's one of their outlets, or their main outlet. She's seen more of the ball than any other players on Springers. But the ball is with Real Mobay, number 12. She's out of options, but get away from the first player. Lovely ball from her downfield here. And good challenge from the skipper. Morgan, no nonsense. Clark there finding stern resistance from Morgan. She's not just the captain here, she's an organizer at the back here. You can see her even in midfield, directing the players in midfield. Real Mobay with it now, playing back. It is their captain. Inside to Morgan. Springers firm in defense. Their captain looking to play out. Still in deep in their half. Not going forward, but yeah, stepping up from defense is Daly. Pressure being applied by Springers in midfield, but again with Real Mobay. Good ball into that half space, but again, breakdown just in that final third. Again with Real Mobay. Thompson now, Thompson with it. Plays it back. Looking to switch that play to the far side. Not a bad pass, but said to be in an offside position. And yes, that's our goal scorer, Bailey. Good defender as well, but certainly when she's in the box, she's very alert, and she's given Springers the lead here in the 15th minute. Close range header. such a lovely delivery from Jordan Maxwell that she didn't have to do much, just needed to redirect it, but was poor marking from Real Mobay. And Rihanna Walker is requiring some assistance. Seen her holding on to her right shoulder, so not sure when she sustained that injury. But Paul Tiga-David here just reinforcing, just keeping his team focused. Just giving instruction there. Wily customer Paul Tiga-Davis, would have seen him coach at Mobay United, Arnett Gardens, currently in schoolboy football, doing his work with Raciz High. And trying to plot a way back here is this Real Mobay team, facing defeat in the face for the second time in consecutive weekends. Would have lost to Federal by a goal to nil last week, so finding it difficult to keep a clean sheet in the opening stages of this Jamaica Women's Premier League. But good to see Rihanna Walker up again and looking ready to get going. She will demand greater protection in front of her from her defenders. Was non-existent pretty much on that corner kick. And still with a big smile on her face, the number 7 for Springers United. Kishara Bailey in the 15th minute, and there is the assist provider in Jordan Maxwell. Paul Tiga-Davis, an icon in this part of the country. They've done a lot of work for SEBA and for Jamaica as well. But now he's tasked with passing on his skill and knowledge to the younger generation and even the opposite sex. Ball played outside, poor from Springers. I think that one was Woolery who played that one out. It's Woolery, now Ellis on it. Inside to Thompson, who's deep. Thompson on it again. Slow with the passing out here, but it is Real Mobay who's on it. But some good defending from Springers. That's goal scorer Bailey, who's turned on a little bit of the afterburner here. Bailey looked to shoot on goal. Tight handle from Bailey, but that was a good penetrative run from Bailey. Just didn't get the power because she was falling away, but she does have a little bit of speed there and was able to get away from her marker. So a throw in for Springers midway the half of Real Mobay. And I have to say, after some 24 minutes here, Real Mobay, they're struggling to put passes together and really be threatening in the attacking third. But Springers, each time they go forward, looks like they can create problem, like they can carve out some goal-scoring opportunity. Once again, they have a throw in deep in Real Mobay's half. Looking to create some problems here. Trying to double their lead. Maxwell trying to win that one, but it's brought out by Real Mobay and still in their half, but looking to come out. Lovely ball played over to, but again lost by Clark. Disappointed is Williams, who showed up frustration with just putting that ball in the air. Certainly unable to knit the passes together, Real Mobay. Springers faring much better in that regard. And set piece specialist in Jordan Maxwell. She's over this one. What can she do with this one? She'll go for goal. Maxwell, that's a lovely strike from Maxwell. Yeah, from provider to goal scorer. In the 25th minute, Maxwell is on the score sheet. A strike from some 25 yards out. But she would be disappointed in Woolery. Maybe still not recovered from the injury she sustained. But that one went straight through her. She ought to have done better. But that was a strike on target. And Maxwell from provider 10 minutes earlier to goal scorer. And Springers double their lead here. And it's doubly difficult now. If it was a hill, it is now a mountain for Real Mobay to climb. And it's difficult here. And in this Mobay derby, firm grip on this derby by Springers United. So our goal scorer in shot here, Maxwell, Jordan Maxwell. And again, they're on the prowl here, Springers. That's Thompson. Lovely footwork from her, but pocket pick there. And Real Mobay, lovely ball outside, but again, crunching challenge from number 3, Grant for Springers, but Real Mobay back on it through their number 16 in Bowen. The game called to a halt. But we've seen 2 really good strikes here from Springers. First it was Kishara Bailey in the 15th minute. It was Jordan Maxwell who provided the assist. And then in the 25th minute, Maxwell steps up from 25 yards out to score. Not good goalkeeping there from Bagalo. But Real Mobay couldn't make him pay and squandered an opportunity to halve the deficit here. That seemed to have been their number 24, Kimoya Davis. But they have 3 attempts at goal here from Real Mobay, but none on target yet. Oh, well, really 4, because, yeah, we saw where Bagalo didn't handle a shot well. So 4 shots by my count, just 1 on target from Real Mobay. But doing some defensive work, there was the latest goal scorer in Maxwell. We're in the 28 minutes here, and it's 2-0 to Springers United. Lots to do for Real Mobay, but they do have time. What they don't have is the cohesiveness, not yet seen. But maybe the halftime break will provide something for them. Springers going back to goal. Morgan, no-nonsense defender from what we've seen so far in this one. She's also an organizer as well. So valuable player you feel for this Springers United team, who must now defend a throw-in deep in their half. Now we see Morgan just trying to work out her best position for this throw-in, maybe anticipating a long one. Again, Springer seems to have dealt with that one well. And some offside call against Real Mobay. So another attack or potential attack breaks down. You feel what they should try to do is to ensure that they try and keep the Springers team pegged in their half. Poor clearance there from the captain, one of the few blemishes we've seen from her. Shanika Morgan for Springers. Springers on it here. Real Mobay just trying to keep them in their half. But that one booted upfield too, and pressure being put here by the opening scorer. But good defensive work here from the number 4 for Real Mobay. That's their captain, Daylan Daly. And Miller just putting that one out for a throw-in. Real Mobay with it. Good challenge there from Springers, defending really well. Needs to deal with this one early before. Yeah, that was poor, but really good work there from Bailey, who applied some passive pressure, but that was enough to create some problems for Moya Thomas, who inadvertently put that one out for a throw-in, putting some pressure on Real Mobay here deep in their half. Bailey trying to get this one under her spell. It's Thompson who tried but also failed. Coming out with it is Daly for Real Mobay. Infringement here. Foul committed on Kimoya Davis. And Real Mobay gets a chance to serve a ball deep into the Springers half. Still limping a bit from that challenge is Kimoya Davis. Daly served this one up, but easily dealt with by Springers United. Daly took her time, but in the end was bailed out by referee from a high boot. I think it was Bailey who had a high boot. If you've just joined us, there at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see that Springers United, they're leading this contest by 2-0. Goal scorers are Kishara Bailey in the 15th minute, and that goal was assisted by Jordan Maxwell in the 25th minute. Maxwell from provider to goal scorer. Free kick from some 25 yards out. Beat Rihanna Williams, and that was easily 2-0 to Springers. Throw in here to Real Mobay. Trying to get something going here is Real Mobay. From my count, about 4 shots at goal, 1 on target. Real Mobay looking to penetrate down that far right-hand side, but again breaking down. And you could see the frustration there from Karonique Bowen. Finding it difficult once it gets into that final third is Real Mobay. You need a period of sustained pressure here to try and force the Springers defense that has been so comfortable into some sort of mistake. So the captain looking to take the throw in here. Daylan Daly throwing into her teammate Senisha Williams. And again, another attack breaks down. It's just too easy here for this defensive unit from Springers. Real Mobay not really providing enough challenge to force any error. And here we see Springers passing out from the back. And they'll win a throw in behind their own half. Throw in by Springers. Books on it. Play upfield to their number 17, Ellis. Ellis looks to penetrate, but thwarted, and Real Mobay is on it. Play back. Oh, I was about to say one of the few occasions where we've seen them put some consecutive passes together, but in the end it ran out of play, and it was Chong who really didn't control that quite well, grimacing as if maybe the elements are having its toll on her. Long ball of field by Real Mobay, intercepted by Woolery. It's going to be a throw in to Real Mobay. That one came off Woolery with the last touch. Ortega David is trying to keep his team focused, seeing if he can go into the halftime break with this lead or to try and extend it, but it's Real Mobay on it here. And a free kick here. That one was won by Clark. Solange Clark, who won that free kick for Real Mobay, who gets a chance, is it? No, it's a free kick goes the way of Springers. Thought they would have gotten something here, but the captain for Springers in Morgan looks to play that upfield, intercepted by Davis for Real Mobay. Ball pinging around. Again, that's a better clearance by the Springers team, and outnumbering Real Mobay in midfield, they come away with it. Love the ball upfield, but stepping up is the skipper for Real Mobay, who has done a really good job in Daly. Needing some help here, Daly. But here's a goal scorer, Bailey. So Real Mobay on it, trying to go forward again, met with some stubborn defending, but they get it back here. Lovely. Well, thought that one was, looked the trajectory of it, I felt it was a lovely cross, but in the end, just the angle of it, it was behind the goal. But again, looking better here from Real Mobay. No need to look so glum with that one. It was one of the better moves from them. In the end, went behind for a goal kick, but it was better from them. A little bit more sustained pressure here, and maybe with a little bit more of that, they can get something from it. Here they come again, playing outside, just too much there, and Springers will come away with it. Good pass upfield there, and Real Mobay. It's one of the better stages here of the game for Real Mobay. Not really creating much goal scoring opportunity, but what I can say, it's a bit more sustained in terms of ball possession in the half of Springers. And again, Springers finding it difficult to come out. It's back with Real Mobay. Look to penetrate here. A good penetrative run from their number 8, Thomas. And again, still Real Mobay. Springers again, and that's the part of the game that I think Real Mobay have to focus on in their halftime talk. Some way away from that, maybe some 10 minutes or so. But yeah, it's in the final third, deep in the Springers half, that they really find it difficult to find their teammates, to spring passes together. And maybe you have to say Real Springers, they're doing a good job defending. And we can say also in the attacking third, with 2 goals to their name, or on the score sheet here, they're doing a good job in attack as well. But again, trying to create some problem here, Real Mobay. They're on it again, looking inside here. Just needed to be decisive on that play and playing out. And it could have been much worse for Real Mobay had it not been for their skipper, Daylan Daly, who's barely done a good job. But numbers up here, and Thompson. Oh, in fact, she should have gone for goal there. Thompson, she's seen a lot of the ball. Not in recent time, because Real Mobay has seen a fair deal of it. But lovely ball outside, passing here, splitting and taking out about 4 players for Real Mobay. Long ball of field, but couldn't find Chong. Oh. Kimoya Davis seemed to have committed the infringement here. Or is it 13? No. She was fouled up. It was Woolery who had that 2-foot challenge. So Real Mobay will get a chance. I thought the referee had turned it the other way. Well, just as I thought. Captain with that kick. It's the second time I've seen Morgan for Springers with the free kick. Seemed to be the one appointed to take the free kicks, but twice I've seen those free kicks leaving a lot to be desired of. So, some 6 minutes or so, 5 minutes to go to the interval. And the number 9 for Real Mobay, Brittany Gregory, is down. Portiga Davis would be pleased with what he's seen so far. 2 good strikes he would have been proud of himself as a notorious goal scorer. Alert in the box was Kishara Bailey in the 15th minute to put away a lovely delivery from Jordan Maxwell. Jordan Maxwell in the 25th minute from about 25 yards out struck a lovely free kick. Yes, we feel that Walker in goal for Real Mobay would have been disappointed because it went through her hands, but maybe just the pace of it was her undoing. There we see the goal scorer on our screen, Bailey, who got this scoring going. Portiga Davis, no surprise having words with her because she seemed to be one. Has a good change of pace on her as well, Bailey. And Real Mobay want to be mindful of that. Yeah, we see on screen here Walker. Rihanna Walker, as we felt, would have been disappointed, would have had to pick the ball out the neck twice, but would have been disappointed on the second strike. Yes, it had some pace, but yes, her coach would have felt that she should have done better with it. And I suspect when she watch it over, she will feel the same way, that she should have done a lot better with that one. But as it stands, with this break due to the injury to Real Mobay's number 9, Brittany Gregory, it's 2-0 to Springers United. In this Montego Bay derby, you would have expected more from Real Mobay in this derby, more fight. Not getting that, but good move there from Maxwell. Naima Maxwell. Again, just putting aimlessly is Shaloni Williams. Good move there from Ellis. Ellis has some nifty footwork, is Ashley Ellis, the number 17 for Springers. Free kick. And again, it is their skipper Morgan with that free kick. Got some more purchase on it this time. Eye up the field, we see Ellis trying to do a work. Intercepted, thwarted there by Real Mobay. Comes as far as their number 16. And again, broken down. Bowen was on it, but broken down there. And number 3, Telika Grant, is a player from Trelawney, as we see the fans out here to support this matchup, this derby in the Jamaica Women's Premier League between Real Mobay and Springers United. Good to see the women football getting good support here at Jarrett Park. Jarrett Park coming into sharp focus because of Hurricane Melissa. Was the premier ground for football in Western Jamaica before the advent of the Montego Bay Sports Complex, which was badly damaged during Hurricane Melissa, and as such this has become the home of football again in Montego Bay for these two teams, and also for Montego Bay United in the Jamaica Premier League. Again, we see Ellis on it, looking to do some trickery here, but been thwarted. Real Mobay putting some passes together. And just, you know, it was, you could see what she was thinking, but Williams was not on the same wavelength as her. And the captain stepping up to try and give some assistance is Dalen Daly. But what's impressive, and not for the first time, we see Kashara Bailey, the opening goal scorer, as we see a substitution. We see Brittany Gregory coming out. She has succumbed to her injuries and cannot continue. And in her stead, coming in is Nadisha Jones for Real Mobay. So Gregory out, Jones in. Jones would have sat around for a while and seen it. There we see ice being put on the quads. Unable to continue, but fresh legs out there. Not much time for Jones to get into this one. By our clock here, we are in the 45th minute, plus whatever time to be added on at the end of this first half. Can Real Mobay get something back and half this deficit? They're midway in the Springers half, and not for the first time. Shaloni Williams not moving with urgency, and again that would have spread to Dale and Daly, and yeah, they get some reprieve. Here's the substitute Jones on it, trying to get by Ellis, gets by Ellis. Jones, is that a corner kick? No, went out for a goal kick. So Jones trying to do a solo run here, a penetrative run to try and see if she could get her team back into this one. Springers would definitely want to see this one out to the halftime interval and preserve their 2-goal lead here. All eyes on referee here to see whether or not how many minutes he'll play at the end of this half. We're in the 47th minute. And Morgan playing that one out. As far as Brooks. Real Mobay inside to Jones. Jones treading that one through, and a shot, well, again wide, but encouraging at the end of this half. It was Bowen with that shot. Referee looks at his watch, maybe just 30 seconds played over, so suspect we had more stoppages than that. So not surprised if we play 3 minutes at the end of this one. Jones playing that one out. A shot. Jones on it here. Can't keep possession is Jones. Real Mobay here trying to get something here. Jones on it. Shot attempted there. But in the end, a tame one and easily collected by goalkeeper Bagalo. Booted out by Bagalo. There is the halftime whistle. Just 1 minute played. I felt we had more stoppages than that, but that's what has been played here at the end of the first half in this Montego Bay derby between Real Mobay and Springers United. It is Springers who goes into this halftime break by 2-0. Kashira Bailey in the 15th minute and Jordan Maxwell in the 25th minute. And that's how we go in at halftime. Springers United 2-0 over Real Mobay in this Jamaica Women's Premier League Montego Bay derby. So we break and we'll come back after the break, I guess, with some second half action.
The assistant coach.
No! Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
world through rose-colored glasses. Try the new and delicious True Shake Strawberry.
Balloons up. 2, 1. Powell tiptoes forward, steps up, scores. Steady Powell. Checks down, goes for a strike. Jamaica Women's Premier League champions. Tracy Smith.
I love football, but I don't just play for me. I do it for Jamaica and for the fans on the journey with us. The ones who live for every shot and cheer every goal. The ones who know that performing on the big stage means big effort with big support. And of course, chicken with big flavor.
KFC's Big Deal. 3 pieces of delicious chicken, fries, and a drink. The perfect fan fuel for cheering on or history-making reggae girls. KFC, proud sponsors of Khadija Shaw and the Reggae Girls.
Football massive, get ready to score big with Just Bet Goal Rush. You could score a VIP football experience in New York. Our weekly prizes. All you have to do is place a bet worth $2,500 or more in store or online. Then complete the entry form at goalrush.justbetja.com and upload the ticket for your chance to score. Promotion runs March 1 to July 19. Grand draw May 18. But you still have a chance to score weekly prizes from June 1 to July 19. So just bet. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58(3) of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Just bet.
Welcome back to Jarrett Park, where we are having some half-time show here and or activities for persons to win stuff. But at this moment, what we're going to do, we're going to show you the features on these two teams. First, we're going to go with Real Mobay and just have a look at this feature as we bring them into the spotlight. Real Mobay.
Mic check, mic check. Check one. Check one, check one.
Last season was a bit, we started with a bit flat and slow as we were still in a rebuilding process. So we had a lot of young players coming into the system which we are trying to bring up to the standard of the Women's Premier League. But this season should have a better footing, better showing based on the experience gained from those young players last season.
You can't find me, brother.
So Dale Daly, our team captain, very young, one of the many players we had to bring up from outside of the parish, so she's actually from St. Ann.
I played under 20 for Jamaica team, so I want to get another call up for either senior team. The opportunities out there, can get a scholarship, a pro contract. You know, I'm determined, I know what I can do, so I expect a lot from myself.
One of our setbacks as a team here in St. James is getting players. So most of our players, as you can see the numbers in training today, are from out of the parish. So we have players as far as St. Ann, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland that is a part of this team. So hence, you know, the training is not as we would want it, but nonetheless, we have some young players in our academy that in the next 2-3 years we plan to bring over to the first team in terms of bringing them to the standard that is needed to play in the Women's League.
So last season was my first season into the Women's Premier League. I think it was great. We have challenge here and there, but I think my team and I has overcome it, and I think I get the exposure. What I expect for this season is just for my team to go out there, play their best, enjoy the game, listen to our coach instruction. So, you know, everyone is fighting for the top place. We would like to be in the top place also. Alright, the boys in the team is good because it starts from me, and from me there, the vibes is always right. I have other people alongside me, energy just right. You know?
Real Mobay and Springers always an entertaining game. Against, you know, with a derby, someone always want to have some bragging rights in terms of the parish. So again, it will be very exciting. Last year they got the better of us, so we decided to plan to turn it around.
Alright, so it's gonna be a derby, so everyone is coming out with that energy, that drive, that motive. They also give it our best. We expect the result. I want it. I want the victory.
Yeah, it's an interesting feature here on Real Mobay. What's interesting about it too as well, despite them struggling, it would appear at the start of the season to have a national representative in their ranks in Daylan Daly from St. Ann. Lovely. You can see that she's the one that brings the energy to the team, but she's also eyeing a national call-up again. And I guess in the commentary of the first half, we called her name a few times and we could see that that is the case. So lovely feature from them. We expect them to get better and better. Now let's have a look at Springers United, their feature, and what they are expecting this season.
Tell me look good. Come on, friends, as all of them see me, you know.
First, I have to say condolence to the coach's family, because you know the coach passed away. Yeah, so you know I'm just, for the time being, I'm just fitting in, and I think it's feasible that I, you know, because my community, my parish, my girls, you know, so condolence to the families, and you know, may soul rest in peace.
Last season for us was a little rough, but we pushed through and enjoy the time we did have, so yeah. First season with Springers as well, first season with Tigat also. He's actually the best coach ever. Energy in our team, it up there, man. It up there. Team full of vibes, confident. A William Springers, you know, so, you know.
So I'm gonna put this here, right there, so.
I'm looking for good things with these girls, you know. You know, as you can see, we have a lot of talent here. You just to get them together. I've been with them for a long while, but what I've seen is good and can work with. So it's up to us. When I say us, not just me alone. Me and the players, management, and we just put everything together. We can get more training sessions. I think this season we might have a wonderful one.
I have a lot of confidence in my team, in my girls as well, because we work as a team. I think we're going for the finals. So we're beating anything that comes near us.
And the more game we play and keep winning, I think these girls will get confident and start believing. So the sky's the limit. We want to win this championship.
As you can see, these are guns. So I'm expecting to actually score a lot of goals for my team, be the leading goal scorer as well.
The league is very important to me because I get to show my colours, my talents and everything.
Come on, remember it's real Mobay playing, you know, it's no joke, come on. Well, it's my first derby, I expect to win. And I know the girls are upbeat, you know. I thought the game we won last week would have given us confidence, you know, to go forward. Last year I think we were a bit, in terms of shaking. Now I think we're more confident. We got more talent, more youngsters, so I think we can, you know, we can do wonderful things come Saturday and we get that victory.
I think we actually want to beat Mobay. We have to beat Mobay because Mobay is our biggest rival. And we're gonna make our name shine.
Mobay are good in their own way. We have our differences, but you know, say our team got to win. That's it. And have a great time.
You know, there's a lot of talent out there, and because of the crime and violence, they're scared to go out there to run in the morning time, you know, to come and play football. There are a lot of things distracting them, so the crime and violence must stop. We don't afraid of nobody. You know, we take game by game as them come. I said before, once you keep playing and training and getting confident, I think we're the team they might be scared of.
Of course. Happy. No other. Happy. Happy take it. Please. Happy.
Having Paul Teagat-Davis in it is certainly a big thing. And we look at Trishella Thorpe, who certainly looks like, despite not wearing the captain's armband, she certainly is one of the leaders in this team. She was quite vocal in that feature and spoke quite well about what she's hoping for and seeking to have. So in that situation, we suspect, and we've seen her in this game doing quite well. So good vibes in both camps, but certainly a better vibes you feel in Springers camp right now because they're the one leading this contest by 2-0. And a lot to do for Real Mobay in this derby. It's not over, it's one half, and so often we hear them saying football, a game of two halves, and they're going to have to really do a lot to turn this one around. But it's not out of their capabilities, you feel, because towards the latter part of the first half, they really had a good spell of possession in the half of Springers. So we expect that we see the opening goal scorer, Bailey, Kishara Bailey, who was well positioned to nod home that Jordan Maxwell corner. And we see there on our screen Chung, who needs to raise her game. A few moments there, the play broke down through her. She's going to have to try and lift it here for Real Mobay. We're getting ready for the start of the second half. It has been an entertaining match so far. We've got 2 goals in it. And yes, living up to the billing as the Montego Bay Derby. And we're about to get on the way for the second half. And there we are. It is Real Mobay who gets us going in this second half. And again, starting with some passing around and taking the risk here. Not too bad here. Good passing out of the back here from Real Mobay. Yeah, just giving it away as it goes forward. But encouraging to start with. But here's Bailey on it. And, yeah, Bailey wins a corner for her team. Like I said, she has some pace about her. And you get the feeling she has the appetite for more. But there we see she was featured. Daylan Daly, a youngster in this rank, has been in the national under-20 setup, under-20 team coached by a Montegonian in Lee Croft Letman. So Jordan Maxwell looking to create problems again for Real Mobay. This time she gets a reprieve. Wasn't the best corner kick from Jordan Maxwell, but again some uncertain goalkeeping we see here from Rihanna Walker. Felt she could have done better with the Maxwell strike that gave Springers a 2-goal lead. Again, not the best corner kick this time. Walker deals with it quite well, giving her team time to come out, and she would have bowled that one out. Got away with that one. It's Thomas on this one, but good work from Ellis. Ellis with it now, cutting back. Ellis looks like the player that likes to entertain, because she was well ahead of the challenge but went back to really create some fancy work. Booted out by Real Mobay. All the way back to the skipper for Springers in Morgan. Morgan, play to Miller. Miller, all the way upfield, out wide to the number 8, Thompson, who hasn't seen much of it towards the later stage, but again another corner kick. So Thompson, as she did in the first half, was much a part of the play for Springers. She started the second half in the same vein, providing the outlet, and a very good outlet for Springers as well. And they're going to want to be mindful of Bailey's position. We see Zanisha Williams paying keen interest to Kishara Bailey. And again, it's Maxwell. So this combination is something that Real Mobay needs to be mindful of. Jordan Maxwell with this corner kick. Again, a poor one. Didn't pass the first hurdle, which was Shaloni Williams. And put back in there, but Real Mobay has dealt with it well. Looking to pass out is Real Mobay. That was Clark on it, giving it up to Thompson. But again, another opportunity, and they come away with it. Clark on it, looking for options. Clark, pass inside. Got away with that pass, but she found her number 6 in Williams. Williams further wide, but intercepted. Real Mobay showing a little bit more fight in this at the beginning of this second half. Strength shown by Ellis. Well, Ellis on it now. Rather, Ellis cut inside. Lovely ball in, lovely cut inside across from Daly. And a shot and goal. That's a lovely strike. That was really good play there. Good initiative. And we featured her. She spoke a lot in the feature. And just at the start of the second half, we had her on our shots. And quite rightly so. In the 49th minute, she puts her team further ahead in this one. And the number 9, Thorpe, is the player who sets Teagat Davis alight. Lovely strike. A striker's instinct from her, recognizing that Walker was out of goal. And that was a controlled finish from Thorpe. Trishelle Thorpe makes it 3-0 for Springers. And you get the feeling it's a huge mountain to climb here for Real Mobay, and nothing that they showed us in the first half or even at the beginning of this first half would suggest to us that they will be able to overturn the 3-goal lead from Springers. But lovely work here, and I tell you what, all started from the wily player in Ellis, Ashley Ellis, who got the ball and turned on the afterburners to get around a good defender in Daly. Daly couldn't recover, and once she played that inside and the ball was cleared by Mobay. It was Thorpe who was quickest to react. There she is on it again, and Ellis as well, creating menace here. Here's Ellis on it. Problems here, the alarm bells are ringing, but good defensive work there from Williams. And Mobay looking to come out with it, but again, that ball didn't go outside. If she touches it's a handball, I would feel. Did it go out? It did. Did it? Didn't look to have gone out. But a throw-in given. And Williams took that throw-in. So Springers early in this second half. And again, the no-nonsense defending from Captain Morgan. She has played this game with a great deal of intensity, always organizing in and around her and in the midfield as well. Real Mobay. So Real Mobay looking here. Away from the fence is Daly, who is looking to bring her team back in this one. So in the 52nd minute, yep, they're leading by 3-0 Springers. And just to bring you some other scoreline, but we'll wait. That's a good defensive work there from Daly, coming all the way from attack to defense. Other scores we have at halftime, Real Mona, they were leading Proven Girls by 1-0. Cavaliers were 2-1 up on Wi-Fi United. Mile Gully was trailing Los Perfectas by 1-0. Federal United 1-1 with Fraser's Whip. And UWI Women's were trailing Arnett Gardens by 2-0. And as you have it here, as we said, Real Mona at halftime, they were trailing at 2-0 to Springers. But Springers, they have since extended this lead. In the 49th minute, 3-0 they lead. And it was through their number 9, Thorpe, who got them on the score sheet again in this second half. So we'll bring you some updated score at the end of this one. But lots of goal in the Jamaican Women Premier League. Lots of goals. I don't think we've saw any nil-all score in that update that I gave you. So goals all over in the Jamaica Women's Premier League. And we're here featuring the Montego Bay derby between Real Mobay and Springers. And they were seen in our shot, the most recent of goal scorers for Springers. And that's Trishelle Thorpe, who scored from some 20 or 22 yards out to make it 3-0 for Springers. Real uphill battle here for Real Mobay, who is tearing defeat for the second time running in as many games this season. Early days for them, and they will have time to come back in this Group B fixture. So, yeah, good intent inside. That's a lovely ball that was played inside, and Clark, Solange Clark, just mishit that one. That was a good opportunity, probably the best chance for Real Mobay in this game, and a chance for them to come back here. They're putting up a fight here. Williams with it, looking to play inside. You felt she had room to shoot, but didn't fancy that one. And this one will be headed behind for a goal kick for Springers. So Real Mobay looking as if they want to at least register something here and make it interesting, but they need to do it quickly, you feel, because they're trailing this one by 3-0. Not what they wanted at the beginning of this second half, but again a chance. They feel that they could have gotten something from this, but they're still in possession. Real Mobay putting some passes together, trying to pass it here, and there's the goal scorer Bailey. Coming forward, tripped over it, but passed on to Ellis. Ellis with it here. Ellis back to Bailey, but Bailey really didn't get her foot in. But yeah, she's with it now, trying to find Ellis. She succeeded, but struggling to clear it is Williams. Williams pass back inside to her captain in Daly. Daly outside to Thomas. Good tackle there from the recent goal scorer Thorpe. Back with Thomas. Moya Thomas for Real Mobay, looking to play it downfield. looking to set Clark away. But the captain, Shanika Morgan, was there to stop this attack from Real Mobay. But they have a throw-in Springer's half. She's resolute here, determined to keep a clean sheet, as they did in their opening game. Thorpe doing defensive work, but deemed to have used too much force. We've seen the number 9, and that's what she showed us when she scored. Thorpe. So Real Mobay, can they create problems here for Springers? I suspect over this one would be Daly. She's the one doing the free kick duties. And here she is with a left foot. Ball inside, eluding everyone. There was about 4 Real Mobay players trying to get onto the end of it. It was Chong who was closest. But just as she has been in that first half, she's just one step behind each time. Just a little bit slow to react, and not the quickest as well. Springer's on it, on the far side. Thompson, booting upfield, looking to set Maxwell away. Jordan Maxwell on it. Maxwell, hounded by 2 Real Mobay players. Attempted a heel back, but that didn't come off. Real Mobay got a chance to clear it upfield as far as the substitute Jones. Jones, yeah. That's an infringement there. Chong was on the receiving end. Good link-up play with Jones. First yellow card I see of this contest. And that yellow card, was it to their number 13? I'm not quite sure, but yeah. We'll wait for confirmation, but it seemed to have been Woolery who has been given that. Yeah, and she's showing, yeah, saying, that's me. There's a confirmation, Woolery on a yellow card. That in the 58th minute. Again, Daly, free kick duty, this time with the left foot again inside. Oh, that's a chance here. Can't get the perfect header on it. Is that a handball? No, it's a handball, yes, but the other way, not a penalty. But Solange Clark did get an opportunity before that handball committed by Bowen, but can't get on the end of it. But getting closer, Real Mobay, much better from them. You felt they shouldn't have conceded so early because they're looking like they could do something here, but you still feel it's too much for them. Whether or not they'll be able to sustain this is another matter. Again, another free kick, another chance for Daly to get this one inside the box. The deliveries are creating problems for Springers. It just needs one of these Real Mobay players to really make proper connection on the end of it. And Thompson seemed to be down, requiring some infringement. Always starting the half bright and sprightly is Thompson for Springers. Shira Thompson wasn't listed on our start sheet or on the starting in the starting 11, but she has certainly made her presence felt in this contest. So yeah, just joining us, it's 3-0 as you can see in the top left-hand corner of our screen. Goal scorers in the 15th minute. Kashira Bailey got onto the end of a Jordan Maxwell cross. In the 25th minute, it was Jordan Maxwell who stepped up from 25 yards to score a direct free kick. And early in the second half, 4 minutes in the second half, Trishelle Thorpe lushed onto a clearance from Real Mobay. Goalkeeper was way out of goal, and she had an empty goal to aim at, and she made no mistake in slotting in from about 22 yards out. Dear Paul Teagat David having some words with her, certainly not about the strike in terms of correcting anything, but maybe subsequent activities after that, just feeling that she has not given what he's satisfied with. But she's a We know she's a player with a lot of vibes. We saw it in the Springers feature. She was featured a lot in that feature, and certainly is featured here. And the universal signal has come up. Thompson seemed to have been involved in her last activity in this contest. We see some activities on the Springers bench. Shanique Parkinson seemed to be the player that will be coming in. So Springers looking to get back up to 11 players. We do see some activities occurring on the Real Mobay bench. Springers just trying to pass out from the back there. So the change. And Tamar Ivy, who has come in, who was originally listed under starting, was a late replacement for Thompson in the starting 11. Now she replaces Thompson as a substitute. So Real Mobay trying to find a way back into this contest. It's a tall order, but certainly it starts by a goal. And just trying to get onto that one. Daly out of position, but backed up by Williams. So here we have Ellis stepping over. Ellis looking for the fancy footwork. Find Bailey. Bad touch by Bailey. Ellis hounding Williams. Williams can't find an outlet. And Ellis playing that one out. Good defensive work. High press there from Ellis. But she's a player who likes the step overs, like the cut back as well. You get she's not really excited. Yeah, everyone gets excited by scoring, but that's not what gets her going. The fancy footworks, beating a player, setting up another player is what gets her going, you feel. Here she is as an outlet. Ellis on it now. Oh, good flick there from Ellis, but again ran into problems. Again, good defensive work. Good counter press here from Ellis. She can work with her, because though she does the fancy stuff and may give the ball up, her defensive transitional play is quite good, and it's good to see here. There's the confirmation of the substitution. Shara Thompson being substituted due to injury, and Tamar Ivy came in her stead. Thompson still getting a treatment on the far side. Hopefully it's nothing too serious that will cause her to miss the next game. But with 3-0, leading 3-0, certainly no need to take any risk. So maybe they will need some assistance with the stretcher to get Thompson around, because don't want her to walk on that ankle to make it worse. So Thompson getting treatment, and there's a break in play. Players get a chance to rehydrate themselves or to hydrate themselves. So a lot to do for Real Mobay, and we seem to be cramp is Clark, Solange Clark. You can see the grimace on her face, just trying to, the lactic build-up in her legs, really painful at times. Maybe some indication of her physical condition, seeming like it's going to be difficult for her to continue. Yes, the calf muscles having real cramps there, and maybe may not be able to continue. But we'll wait to see. But from that shot we saw there now, we'd be surprised to see Solange Clark getting up and continuing anytime soon. Number 5, Costley. Kenryan Costley may be coming in. There we see the captain for Springers showing off her skill. Shanika Morgan, this no-nonsense defender, plays with a lot of heart. Her heart's on her sleeve. She's an organizer as well, not just a rough, rugged defender, but certainly a good organizer and showing that she has good touches as well. Fans would have been treated to good football. One-sided it may seem, but 3 good goals as well, and certainly you come to these games to see goals, and they have gotten 3 good goals. Some youngsters in the far stand, the bleachers as we'd call it here at Jarrett Park, and some atop the changing room, just dancing to the PA system music here. So different sections of Jarrett Park being shown, and Jarrett Park, they realize that they're in our shots and maybe doing stuff. Yeah, the Springers taking the stretcher, taking Thompson around. Hopefully nothing serious for Springers. The number 8 who was a late starter, Shira Thompson, and coming in her stead it appears to be, well, came in her stead was Ivy, who was pulled out of the starting 11 to make way for Thompson to start with. Now there's a substitution for Real Mobay. I think we've seen Cosley coming in. So Cosley's in. Good play there from the number 9 Thorpe, looking to set Hellis away. So Thorpe, lovely move there, and looking to set Ellis, the lively Ellis, away, but just didn't get going that time. It's going to be difficult to see this Real Mobay team beating this Springers team. They can score, you feel. They've shown that they can create some chance, this Real Mobay team, but Springers certainly has good firepower going forward, and you feel they have another gear in them that if they need to, they can go to that. Skipper Morgan, Shanika Morgan, putting that one deep into the Real Mobay defensive area. Clearing momentarily here. Played over the top for Ellis to chase, but no getting that. Booted upfield by Walker, Rihanna Walker. Intercepted there by Chong. Again, Springers getting that forward. Lovely turn from Ellis, but she was coming from an offside position. But you can see, I mean, lovely first touch and turn from Ellis, who is a lively player. And with proper guidance, you feel she can be more of a threat if she makes those moves. The beginning of some decisive play in terms of a penetrative pass or a shot on goal or a chance created. Here she's lovely pass inside, just a little bit heavy on that pass. Ball booted upfield here. Looks to be in an offside position. Yes, proper call from the assistant on the far side. Maxwell just trying to get back onside. That ball coming a bit too forward, a bit too fast for her. Thorpe seemed to be indicating that she got a knock on her shin. So some stoppage in this second half. We suspect we'll have a fair deal of time added on at the end of this first half. Although in the first half, I felt we had more than a minute stoppage and the referee only played a minute. I guess if the scoreline continues or stays this way or get more in favor of Springers, we won't see a lot of stoppages at the end. And there we see on the Springers bench every reason to be waving a flag because they are leading this contest by 3-0. So Parkinson has come in for Springers. Shanique Parkinson, she was warming up for a while. Seemed to be slotted into the middle of the park. Booted upfield by Bagalo. Hasn't had much to do because Real Mobay had not really threatened her goal as much. Lovely attempted flick there. Here is Parkinson. Here we are on the ball on the far side is Ellis. Switching flank is Ellis, is it? No, that seemed to have been Ivy. Yeah, that was Ivy. So, goal scorer Thorpe, who had sustained a knock to her shin. No risks taken here because they're leading by 3-0, and Portiga David hasn't seen anything to concern him to feel like he has to keep Thorpe on the park. So, went with pulling her out and putting in Parkinson. So, Maxwell, a goal scorer, still on it. The threat of Bailey still exists. So, yeah, there we see Thorpe. Certainly in high spirits still, so nothing too serious. There is Bailey, who opened the scoring and has been good for them defensively as well too, Bailey. You could see the remnants of her defensive work on her right elbow, a little scratch there. But certainly, for me, has been the player who has been both good defensively and attacking-wise for Springers. And if I were to pick somebody who is leading the charge for player of the game, there she is in our shot in Kishira Bailey. Number 13, Woolery. Sadiki Woolery taking some time off. Here we have Real Mobay deep in Springers half through their number 8, Thompson. Thompson trying to get the ball inside, intercepted by Morgan. Yeah, the bench here, not coming from Thompson, but the bench of Real Mobay feeling that that should have been a penalty, but the rules of the game would dictate that that could not be a penalty. That came off the foot of Morgan and then onto her hand, and by that sequence of activity, events could not be given a penalty because it came off another body part before hitting the hand. Put it up by Bagalo. Luckily it gets to Ivy. Ivy turning it back there to Brooks. Brooks almost got in some trouble here, but bailed out. Lovely work you feel there by initially by Bowen, but eased off it quite easily by our opposite number in Parkinson. Ball played outside to Chong. Chong on it. That would have been a team shot, but try to get a shot away was Chong. Morgan retrieves. Here's Morgan on it. Players down, so Morgan, yeah, referee stops the game. And so it will restart with a drop ball to Springers. So Springers continues to lead this contest by 3-0 in the 75th minute. So We see here number 3 down getting treatment. It looks to be Zanisha Williams who is getting treatment for Real Mobay. Yeah, proven to be difficult here for Real Mobay in this Montego Bay derby. It certainly has been Springers who has come here with a lot of spring in their step. Really sprightly in terms of their performance. Dominant from start to finish. Yes, Real Mobay had a few look-ins, but they've been few and far between. And with that, the sustained pressure has really come from Springers SC. Still manage a wry smile here, Williams, Zanisha Williams, despite trailing in this contest. This game has been played in good spirit despite it being a derby. They've left a lot of it to the playing on the park. And you get the feeling Springers, based on their display, has really knocked the wind out of this Real Mobay team. So much so that they haven't really laid a glove on this Springers team. Morgan, clear, outfield. Forrest to Bailey. Bailey lost it. Yeah, and so Jones with a ball inside. Good ball inside, but the substitute in Costley couldn't make that cost Springers. But she continues to show a very good defensive display. Captain Shanika Morgan. Again, good pressure here from Morgan. Wins that one, but I think that one goes out. Well, in the end, it's a goal kick. But like Moya Thomas, I felt that was a corner. But the first assistant on this side was much closer to the play than I am, so I trust her judgment. Again, short. Then booting upfield. Comes to Bailey. Bailey turns. Look for Ellis. Lovely ball in that half space. Ellis, just run over it. That was a lovely play from Bailey. And Ellis just couldn't sort her feet out. That would have been a very dangerous moment there for Real Mobay. Instead, they have a throw-in. And captain will start it. Good throw-in. Good turn there momentarily by Moya Thomas. But again, Ellis comes... Morgan comes across to clear, but Moya Thomas was adjudged to be fouled by the referee, and so we suspect Daylan Daly to come up and just produce one of those in-swinging left-footed deliveries into this penalty area of Springers. Jordan Maxwell is down. Goal scorer and assist. She has a goal and an assist in this game, so hard to look past her too for, inadvertently that infringement was committed by Delika Grant. But yes, here we have Daylan Daly rather, looking to serve up an in-swinging left foot ball here. Here she goes directly to goal. Good goalkeeping there. Still a chance for Real Mobay, but they're going backwards. Yeah, they've gone all the way back to the center circle, but they're still in possession, which is a good thing. Good ball played forward. But that's not a great touch. And here we see the defensive work of Bailey. Again, Bailey. Good work from Bailey. I tell you, this player, both in attack and defense, is really good. And someone that we think will do a good job. Yep. Oh, she ran that out for a corner. Well, a back kick. She's all the way from defense. Maybe she's better at defense, which is why that's where she plays. That's trying to give some impetus to her team. Captain Daylan Daly, a national representative at the under-20 level, trying to give some spark to her team. Maybe the tactical change from her coach to put her forward to try and provide some presence up front. Ball played into the substitute, Parkinson. Parkinson looking to find Ivy. Intercepted by the number 12 for Real Mobay. Finds Chung. Lovely footwork from Chung. Just not has been on it often enough, Chung. The type of player that seems to play when the ball is played directly to her. The free kick has been taken quite quickly. Shot coming in from Real Mobay. Way over the top. But at least some positive from them. Looking to try and register something on goal here. So number 21 for Springers looking to come in. Zara Walford. Zara Walford looking to come in. She has come in. Not yet. She's looking to come in. Real festive mood on the Springers bench. Yeah, I think Paul Teager Davis just saying to Ellis here, just make it count when you do your thing. Maybe that pass from Bailey into the half space was what he's saying, that, you know, she should have latched on to much better than she did. So treatment for the substitute, Parkinson. Helped to her feet just now. Will be able to continue, but she has to go off first. As they're trying to get the substitution in is Springers. I think he was trying to get whether or not Parkinson was going to be able to continue. So Walford would have to wait a bit. Saria Walford, now she goes in. Walford in for Jordan Maxwell, who has been off for a while. Means off the park, that is. Some injury. So time running out here for Real Mobay to even register their first goal of the campaign. Here's a chance for that, but yeah, good reaction from Morgan. Just cleaning up that sloppy goal kick. Determined to keep a clean sheet here, which would be their second in this JWPL season.
According to the Mobay AFC.
Lot to ponder for Peter King here. Did say that the Springers got the better of them last season and they're destined to do the same today. Everything indicates they will. Unless Real Mobay can really, in this last minute, do something special. Last 7 minutes or so. Good interception there from Grant. Heavy touch from her, which is gifting Real Mobay a throw-in, but in an area of the park that you feel they can deal with this. Grant from Trelawney. Showing here from Moya Thomas. Only as far as Bailey for Springers. Ellis gives chase. But again, a offside call against Ellis. Springers continue to lead this contest by 3-0 in the 85th minute. Real Mobay struggling to put things together in this final third. Cleared by Morgan for Springers. Chong on it. Turns inside. Chong runs into traffic. Real Mobay sustained spell of possession but unable to penetrate. Ball played further wide to Moya Thomas. Thomas goes forward, passes to her captain who has been pushed upfield in Daly. Again, back to Daly. Lovely sequence of play here from Real Mobay. Daly on it, hounded by Grant. Daly, two defenders, but Daly in the attacking third. Daly eased off of it by Grant. Grant doing really well. But her clearance didn't go too far, but she was helped out. And again, booted upfield. Daly on it. Daly on it for Real Mobay. Lovely ball through to the number 5 here. Should be a goal. Offside, it looks like. It looks like the number 5 here for Real Mobay, the substitute, Costly, just went in an offside position. But that was the best play we've seen, and that came in the 86 or 87 minutes here. And she talked herself into the book. Let's have a look here. That looks like, I'm not quite sure here, because it looks like she was reaching for it. I mean, the angle that we have isn't the best, but it certainly looked like Costly was onside. And that's why Shanoli Williams eventually talked herself into a yellow card, because she was adamant that that goal should have stand. And she's still going on with it here. But that move deserved a goal, you feel, from Real Mobay. Even if it was only going to be a consolation, it certainly was a good move. And with Daly coming forward, it's really created some impetus here for Real Mobay. Looking to penetrate again, but a free kick now given, and Daly again will look to serve up something here. Her service has been really good all game long. Just haven't really been helped out by the runners or the players on the end of it. Chong has come alive, but really late in this game, we have a look at the yellow card that was given. And yet the referee was saying calm, but then she said something right there. And that was just over the top here, and referee said enough was enough. And the yellow card shown for dissent. But time for a lovely ball inside from Daly, who brought out a save from Bagalu, who hasn't had much to do with this game. That one seemed to have been going wide, but not quite sure. She had to make sure. And some pressure here, some sustained pressure being put together here from Real Mobay, but coming really late in this game, and you think anything from here is going to be consolation. That certainly looked way outside the arch, and the assistant is saying bring it back, even the loam of the ball has to be over it. Yeah, and that looks more like it now. Yeah, satisfactory. And Daly looking to just steal a little bit here, but here's a left foot in-swinging ball here. Oh, yeah, that's another corner. Yeah, I think that was Miller. Samoy Miller who deflected that one in the path of goalkeeper Bagalu, who then had to parry that one over. So Daly again will look to get this one in. Another in-swing from Daly. This one to the back post over everyone. And hustling to keep that one in play seemed to be Thomas. Yeah. Moya Thomas held that up quite well. And a lot of set play here for Real Mobay. I think it's not more than they deserve here in terms of a consolation at least. We're in the 90th minute. And you feel they're going to be out of time to really mount any sort of comeback. Anything is going to be consolation. But yeah, and for once, Daly not on free kick duties, and it cost Real Mobay because that one didn't get anywhere. But again, good interception to stop that play is Kimoya Davis for Real Mobay. So we're at that time of the game where, you know, we're going to be looking towards the fourth official substitution here for Real Mobay. And Ayana Johnson comes in. And it's their number 6, Shaloni William, who comes out. She was on a yellow card, and she's been replaced by Ayana Johnson. So late in the game, we see a defensive player coming out. Just looking for a late flurry here. Not quite sure of the minutes to be added on here by our referee. But, you know, you feel 3 minutes, they would ask for that. And it wouldn't be too much because there have been a lot of stoppages. But at that stage of the game where we look to see who the player of the game is, and that number 6 captain Morgan has been steady in this game. I feel she's had a good game as well. And one of our substitutes in Thorpe had a good game as she had the number 9, Trishelle Thorpe, a goal and an assist, was quite good. But I just felt the all-round play of Bailey, who got the score going in the 15th minute, and her defensive work was just, to me, really well. And it's not just defensive pressing high up the pitch. Very often she makes some recovery run, but here is Montego Bay, well, Real Mobay, but again, Grant here, good defensive work. She too has had a good game, but, you know, I can't look past Bailey, who got the score going in the 15th minute, who found lots of space, headed home from close range, but has been good defensively as well. Really good defensively. There she is again, looking to do some defensive work, and again, just put off Daly. So the number 7 for Springers, number 7, is my pick for player of the game. Here is Daly. Can she get some consolation? Here the right, not her strongest. She's heavily left, and she's produced some good deliveries, but yeah, there's the play of the game. For me, got the opening goal, but there you see her again. Defensive work, tracking back, got a scar to show on her right elbow. But it's certainly, she's been at the top of the pile for a Springers team which really came out playing, and it's hard to point to a player, whether starter or substitute, that has really not had a good game. They've really had a good team performance here from Springers. Williams here, finding her captain Daly. Daly going on the outside, and not the part that she wants to go because she relies heavily on the left. But defenders have done well, and there you see, still in the 94th minute, leading 3-0. One of their better attacking players, she has been, Bailey, and she's deep, looking to help keep a clean sheet for her team. No, she goes forward with her walk. And so, an all-round game from her. She could have also had an assist if only Ellis had latched on to a very good pass going forward. Here's Ellis on it. Again, now she goes away from 1. As she gets away from 2, from 3. Ellis, late in the game, just couldn't put on the afterburners. But certainly one of the bright spots too for Springers. Really good display from Springers. They do have some good players. And going on to their 2nd win in a row in early days here in this Jamaica Women's Premier League. Certainly in this Zone 2, it's going to be a team to watch for sure. And you suspect they're going to be at the busy end of the season, all being well. Here's a ball inside to Bailey. Her touch for once not good. And looking to link up with Ellis. And I guess at the end of the day, at the game, Ellis, she can't turn to Ellis and say, well, I gave you a lovely pass, which you didn't do much with, because Ellis could turn to her and say, well, I found you in lots of space, and that touch wasn't as good as it should have been. So still pressing high is Springers. So we're well over the 3 minutes. We're in the 5th minute here of time added on. Daly, lovely crossfield ball to find Chung. And Chung went back into what she was at the beginning of the game. Bad touches and all. She did come alive and showed some glimpse of what she could do, but that was pretty much what epitomized her game, because in that situation, that's how she started the game. Referee really playing a lot. We're into the 6 minutes. He indicated it was going to be 3 minutes, but trying to find a consolation here is Real Mobay. And a chance. Oh, that's poor. That's poor from Bowen. Karani Bowen. We think that's the end of it. That's seemed to be the end of it. Referee now will call it, you feel, at any point. No. And here is Ellis. Ellis on a measly run, but that's it. That's the end of the contest. After 96 minutes, Springers takes this Mobay derby, beating Real Mobay FC by 3-0. Paul Teagat Davis with a second win of the campaign, and attributing this performance and this season to the coach who passed away. He's been around the team, but this is just his first stint as coach of Springers. And as they say, player of the game is Bailey. Bailey is the player of the game because she was quite good with her goal and also her defensive all-round play as a player of the game today. It was hard because there were some really outstanding performances in this one. Thorpe, who had a goal and an assist, well, a goal. Jordan Maxwell, who had a goal and an assist. But outside of that too, yeah, just the all-round display, open play, of pressing upfield, running deep to defend, and scoring the opening goal to get Springers on their way. So, at Jarrett Park here, Montego Bay, the early mecca of football in Western Jamaica, coming back to life because of the damages done to the Montego Bay Sports Complex due to the passage of Hurricane Melissa. There we have confirmation of the full-time scoreline. It's Real Mobay FC 0, Springers United 3. So we're seeing the player for game getting so there we see the player of the game, Kashara Bailey, going across, probably going to get her a presentation. But anyway, what we're at this point in time, we're going to say goodbye here from Jarrett Park. An exciting match that we watched. 3 good goals in it, and Springers taking the Montego Bay derby by 3-0 over Real Mobay. That's their second win in a row. And Real Mobay yet to register a goal, yet to register a point in the early days of the Jamaica Women's Premier League. For now, on behalf of our hard-working production crew, I say goodbye from Jarrett Park.
Ball. And the finish was deadly. Chanel Spence has done it again. Gregory, goal!